What if I told you that a small island in the Caribbean is making bold moves that could shake up the global logistics industry? That's right. Jamaica, often celebrated for its reggae music, stunning beaches and athletic champions, is now setting the stage to become a serious player in international trade. But how exactly is that happening? Behind the scenes, Jamaica is investing heavily in strategic infrastructure, modernizing its ports and capitalizing on one major advantage it has over many competitors: its location. These combined efforts are transforming the island into a logistics and shipping powerhouse poised to reshape how goods move around the world. In this video, we'll unpack how Jamaica's geographical edge, ambitious port projects, and economic strategies are working together to elevate its status on the global logistics map. So, if you're curious about the future of global trade and the unlikely nations stepping up to lead it, stick around. You won't want to miss this. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and follow us for more deep dives into the world's most exciting economic shifts. Jamaica's strategic location and geographical advantage. Let's start with the most obvious but incredibly powerful factor: location. Jamaica sits right in the heart of the Caribbean Sea, just 145 kilometers, or about 90 miles, south of Cuba and roughly 800 kilometers from the Panama Canal. That's not just convenient, it's strategic. Jamaica's position places it at the crossroads of multiple global shipping lanes that connect North America, South America, Europe and Asia. Think about that for a second. Almost every major shipping route in the Western Hemisphere passes near or through Jamaican waters. That's a massive opportunity. Now, here's what makes it even more appealing. Jamaica's ports, particularly the port of Kingston, are far less prone to disruptions from hurricanes compared to other nearby islands. Its geographical position outside the main Atlantic hurricane belt makes it a safer, more reliable stop for cargo vessels year-round. This is critical for companies that can't afford delays due to storms or unstable weather conditions. The country's proximity to the Panama Canal, one of the most vital maritime shortcuts in the world, gives it a natural advantage. Ships traveling between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans often need to offload or pick up cargo as efficiently as possible, and Jamaica offers the perfect pit stop. But Jamaica's location isn't just about convenience, it's about cost savings. Shipping companies are constantly trying to optimize their routes, and a strategically placed port can save them time, fuel, and money. By positioning itself as a transshipment hub, essentially a redistribution center for cargo headed to various global destinations, Jamaica is helping streamline international trade flows. Major logistics firms have noticed. Companies like Zim Integrated Shipping Services and CMA-CGM have already increased their port activity in Jamaica, and more are lining up. But location alone isn't enough. Being in the right spot on the map is just the start. The real magic happens when infrastructure meets opportunity. So, yes, Jamaica has the right location. But what's a great location without the ability to handle global-scale logistics? That brings us to the next key component: infrastructure. Let's talk about what Jamaica is actually building to support this ambitious vision. In recent years, Jamaica has been pouring resources into upgrading its ports, modernizing its logistics systems, and developing specialized economic zones. And at the heart of this transformation is the port of Kingston. You may not realize it, but Kingston Harbour is the 7th largest natural harbour in the world. And that's a big deal. Its natural depth and protective geography make it ideal for accommodating post-Panamax vessels, the newer generation of mega container ships that are simply too large for traditional ports. To capitalize on this, the Jamaican government, in partnership with global shipping players like the Port Authority of Jamaica and Kingston Freeport Terminal Limited, KFTL, has been expanding and deepening the harbour, installing state-of-the-art cranes and upgrading cargo handling technology. The goal? Make it faster, cheaper and easier for international vessels to dock, unload, reload and move on. The investments don't stop there. Just west of Kingston lies the Caymanas Special Economic Zone, or SEZ. This massive industrial development is being designed to host logistics companies, manufacturing facilities and distribution centres, all located just a short drive from both the port and Norman Manley International Airport. Think of it as a logistics ecosystem, where goods can arrive by sea, be processed or manufactured inland, and be flown out to destinations across the globe in record time. This integration of sea and air logistics is exactly what modern supply chains demand. Also in development is the Kingston Logistics Park, a modern facility that offers warehousing, cross-docking and third-party logistics services. Together, these developments are creating a seamless flow from ship to storage to customer, all within a tight, efficient radius. And let's not forget technology. Jamaica is also digitizing port operations, rolling out smart tracking systems and implementing streamlined customs processes to reduce delays. These digital upgrades are crucial for keeping up with global trends and ensuring that the country's logistics infrastructure is not just functional, but world-class. One key reason this strategy is so forward-thinking is that Jamaica isn't trying to compete as a manufacturing hub like China or Vietnam. Instead, it's positioning itself as a middleman in global trade, a high-tech facilitator that moves products from one part of the world to another with speed, security and precision. In fact, according to the World Bank's Logistics Performance Index, countries with efficient trade-related infrastructure and customs procedures experience faster economic growth, stronger job creation and more foreign investment. And that's exactly what Jamaica is aiming for. So far, we've explored how Jamaica is using its location and building its infrastructure to become a logistics powerhouse. But what does that mean for the Jamaican people? What kind of economic ripple effects can we expect? That's what we'll unpack next. At this juncture, let's look at the investment opportunities and see why the world is watching Jamaica. Now that we've seen how Jamaica's strategic location and growing infrastructure are reshaping trade routes, let's dive into one of the most exciting aspects of this transformation: investment opportunities. Global investors are increasingly eyeing Jamaica, not just for its beautiful beaches, but for its untapped potential as a logistics and trade hub. And here's why. Foreign direct investment in Jamaica has been steadily climbing. According to the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development, Jamaica ranked among the top Caribbean destinations for foreign direct investment in the past 5 years. This is largely thanks to favorable government policies, tax incentives in special economic zones, and streamlined regulatory processes that attract both local and international investors. In particular, the Jamaican government has partnered with China Harbour Engineering Company and other international firms to develop port facilities, logistics parks and modern roadways connecting the ports to major urban centres. These partnerships are crucial because they bring in not just funding, but also advanced technology and global expertise. For example, the Caymanas Special Economic Zone is envisioned as a smart industrial park where manufacturers, logistics providers and exporters operate with minimal bureaucratic red tape. Tax exemptions, access to modern infrastructure and proximity to ports make this zone an attractive destination for business. Additionally, real estate developers are beginning to see opportunity in warehousing office complexes and residential zones for workers tied to the logistics boom. The return on investment in these areas is already proving substantial. But that's not all. The digital transformation of logistics is another attractive point for investors. Jamaica is working to digitize customs operations and port handling systems, creating a more transparent, fast and efficient environment for cargo movement. This kind of innovation reduces corruption, improves turnaround times and increases predictability, all of which are crucial for investors. And here's where it gets even more interesting. Jamaica is building strategic alliances with countries like China, the US, and members of the European Union to secure trade agreements and infrastructure financing. These relationships open up broader markets for Jamaican exports, while ensuring a steady stream of foreign capital to fuel the island's logistics expansion. So whether it's global shipping firms, logistics operators, real estate investors, or technology providers, Jamaica is quickly becoming a hotspot for economic activity. This isn't just a local story, it's a global investment trend in the making. Investors aren't just coming to Jamaica for short-term profits, they see the long game. And the long game is this. Jamaica isn't just a small island in the Caribbean anymore, it's the emerging logistical gateway to the Americas and beyond. Now that we've explored the investment landscape, let's focus on something that's powering this entire transformation behind the scenes: technology. How is Jamaica integrating technology and going digital in global logistics? In today's fast-paced trade environment, technology is no longer optional, it's essential, and Jamaica understands that perfectly. The island nation is investing heavily in technological infrastructure to support and enhance its logistics operations. From smart port systems to customs digitization, Jamaica is laying the groundwork for a high-tech logistics future. One of the standout initiatives is the Port Community System, or PCS, a single electronic platform that connects all stakeholders involved in maritime trade. This includes customs officers, shipping lines, freight forwarders, terminal operators, and even law enforcement. With PCS, data is shared in real time, streamlining the clearance and release of goods. It cuts down bureaucracy, reduces wait times, and most importantly, limits the possibility of corruption or mismanagement. Another major tech upgrade is the automated system for customs data, known as ACE-ICUDA, implemented by the Jamaica Customs Agency. This system allows importers and exporters to electronically submit documentation, track shipments and pay duties. The effect? A faster, more transparent process that benefits businesses and boosts Jamaica's image as an efficient port nation. Let's not forget about the Internet of Things, or IoT, and AI-driven technologies being considered for future phases. IoT devices can monitor container conditions in real time, think temperature, humidity, or shock levels, critical for perishable or sensitive goods. Meanwhile, AI is being used to predict port traffic patterns and optimize cargo handling procedures. What's more, smart logistics parks like the Kingston Logistics Park are being designed with automation in mind, from robotic warehousing systems to automated inventory tracking. This doesn't just save time, it reduces errors, increases safety, and improves profitability for tenants operating within the zone. But here's the clincher. Jamaica isn't doing this alone. They're receiving guidance and support from global institutions like the World Bank, Inter-American Development Bank, and private tech giants. These collaborations mean access to cutting-edge tools and global best practices, allowing Jamaica to leapfrog older systems and directly adopt next-gen logistics technology. What does this mean for trade partners and businesses around the world? It means Jamaica becomes a faster, more reliable and more competitive option in the global logistics landscape. Ships spend less time in port, goods get to market faster, costs go down, trust goes up, and that's a win-win for everyone involved. We've talked about global trade, investment and technology, but let's zoom in. What does all this mean for the people of Jamaica? Economic development means very little if it doesn't reach the people. Fortunately, Jamaica's transformation isn't just about profits and ports, it's also about people. The logistics revolution is creating a wide array of new job opportunities and raising the standard of living for many Jamaicans. For starters, the expansion of the Port of Kingston and development of SEZs are generating thousands of direct jobs in construction, engineering and maritime operations. But the ripple effect goes much further. Indirect employment is booming in hospitality, real estate, education, retail and public transport, industries that support the growing logistics workforce. In schools and technical colleges, logistics and supply chain management are now being offered as part of training programs. Institutions like University of the Commonwealth, Caribbean and Caribbean Maritime University are tailoring programs specifically for this sector. That means young Jamaicans are being equipped with the skills needed to thrive in a modern economy. Skills that are globally relevant and transferable. Local entrepreneurs are also getting in on the action. Whether it's logistics consulting, customs brokerage, freight handling or packaging services, small and medium-sized businesses are springing up to support the expanding logistics ecosystem. And because of the digital transformation in ports and special economic zones, even online services such as cargo tracking and digital inventory management are seeing startups rise from within Jamaica itself. More jobs mean more income. More income means greater economic participation, better living standards, and ultimately a stronger, more inclusive Jamaican society. And let's not forget the infrastructural upgrades: better roads, improved telecommunications, and more stable power grids, all of which benefit communities far beyond the logistics sector. This shift also provides a rare opportunity for Jamaican talent to stay home rather than migrate in search of better opportunities abroad. It's about creating prosperity at home and retaining the bright minds needed to fuel future innovation. In essence, logistics is becoming not just a driver of goods, but a driver of dreams for thousands of Jamaicans. Jamaica is proving that size doesn't define potential. With its strategic location, modernized infrastructure, and forward-thinking economic policies, it's turning into a crucial hub for global trade. This transformation promises not just jobs and investments, but a new chapter in Caribbean economic power. As traditional trade routes shift and sustainability takes center stage, Jamaica is positioning itself at the intersection of progress and possibility. Thanks for watching. If this story inspired you or opened your eyes to global developments you hadn't considered, give us a like, leave a comment, and most importantly, subscribe for smarter, insightful content like